Well, hi YouTubers, hi, I'm back with 6 months 60 books. We're done this last week, but I've been sick, so I finally had a haircut, okay, so much shorter. Had it done yesterday. Right, so, How to Be Good by Nick Hornby, okay. Now, Nick Hornby is a great author. He wrote About a Boy, he wrote High Fidelity, he wrote Fever Pitch, he's written some many great books. I found this book so infuriating. Let me read the blurb. Here we go. I'm a good person, a doctor, and I'm lying in a hotel bed with a man I don't really know very well called Stephen. I've just asked my husband for a divorce. According to your own complex moral calculations, Katie Carr has earned her affair. She's a doctor after all, and doctors are decent people. On top of that, her husband David is the self-styled angriest man in Holloway. When David suddenly becomes good, however, properly, maddeningly, giving all his money good, Katie's sums no longer add up, and is forced to ask herself some very hard questions. Nick Hornby's brilliant new account offers a painfully funny account, brilliant new novel, offers a painfully funny account of modern marriages, about parenthood, and that asks the most difficult of questions: what does it mean to be good? So basically, this is a story also of a couple of pretentious wankers who want to be good. Now the thing is, okay, alright. Virtually everyone in this book is so unlikable. Okay? Everyone is obnoxious, unlikable. Basically, David, the angriest man Holloway, goes to like a masseuse, if you will, and meets a spiritual healer called Good News. Good News, that's it, Good News. Okay? He basically heals him and he becomes good, and he wants to do good, and essentially wants to give away all their stuff, all their money, invite homeless people into not just his house, okay, and they actually try with not very good success, but also the street as well. It wants the street to become a massive like community of goodness and love. But the thing is, when unlikable people try to be good, the fact is they're just so goddamn unlikable and pretentious. Okay, I mean, I don't know if I'm a good person or not. I give to charity, I give blood. You know, I donate all my old books to charity shop. This one's going to go in it as well. I buy from charity shops. I consider myself a good person. Okay. But the extremes they go to, okay, like this is, okay. Here we go. This is when, page 36, when I just met Good News. I'm presuming this Good News person isn't some sort of alternative therapist. It may not surprise you to learn that David has not, up to this point, been a big fan of alternative medicine of any kind. He's argued forcefully both to me and to the readers of his newspaper column, as not interested in a kind of cure that isn't harmful to small children and pregnant women, and anyone who suggests anything different is a moron. David, incidentally, is a verbally conservative in everything but politics. There are people like that now, I've noticed. People seem angry enough to call for the return of the death penalty, or preparation of Afro-Caribbeans, but who won't. Because just like everyone else in that particular postcode district, they're liberals, so that anger has to come out for their different holes. You can read about them in columns and letter pages of our liberal newspapers every day. Being angry about films I don't like, or comedians I don't like, think are funny, or women who wear headscarves. Sometimes I think life would be easier for David and maybe if he experienced a violent political conversion, and he could be angry about... It's what she wrote. Hoofs and columnists that are homopaths and old people on buses and restaurant critics. This is just an example of Katie's hypocrisy. She's like, I'm liberal, I'm a doctor, I'm a good person, I'm having an affair, and even my own head, okay, because this is done from her first person narrative, I've just called gay people puffs, okay, and this book came out in 2001, even 2001, no, that wouldn't have been really acceptable, okay, not 2001, and that's 20 years ago, but still, okay. So it's like in Bridget Jones, okay, where she says, oh, I hang out with puffs. And I was like, you're not really a good person, Bridget. Okay? So, I'm just saying, okay? Like, further along, there we go. It's just, it takes a while to actually meet Good News, okay? But the thing is, after she meets Good News, Katie starts to bring it into her surgery because he's such a good spiritual healer and he can heal all wounds. Good News arrives within 15 minutes, a quarter hour, which seems as long, but no longer than my usual consultations with Miss Cortenza. which I'm happy to cut out. It gives a funny look from reception, but no vocal projections from anyone. Hello, love, said Good News. You're Smasher, aren't you? What's your name? She continues to stare. Is Miss Cortenza? Not that name, her proper name, her first name. I don't have a clue, of course. How would I know? I've only been seeing her for 5 years. That's what's coming from my notes. Maria. Maria. So there are 2 songs written about you, said Good News. I'm not surprised, every girl like you. So what he's doing here, how can you get Maria dancing again? Okay, so basically, Katie's bringing Good News into her surgery, even though she's not really convinced of his spiritual powers. But she's given it a shot anyway, which I just kind of find a little bit unethical in some respects. But as Katie, she has this facade of, I'm liberal, I'm a good person, She's anything but. She's a massive, massive hypocrite. She's a massive hypocrite and horrible person. Okay? And I like the fact that having Good News around her really shows her own hypocrisy. Like this bit here. I love this bit. I'm becoming hardly sick of liberalism. It's complicated and tiring. Led me to misinterpretation and abuse by sneaky spoiled children. And I breathed out. I'm sick of doubt too. I want certitude like David has certitude, or like Margaret Thatcher has certitude. Who wants to be someone like me, people like us, because we're almost sure that we're wrong. We're always sure that we'll go to hell. An inordinate amount of our waking thoughts are dictated toward achieving the opposite effect. We know what's right, but we don't do it because it's too hard. It lasts too much. Even trying to kill Miss Cortenza or buy me by, there's no guarantee of anything. So somehow I end each day in debit rather than credit. Today I've learned that I don't really like my children, and that I've encouraged one of them to steal from his classmates. David, meanwhile, has been plotting to save the homeless. And yet somehow I still cling to the belief that I'm better than him. Essentially, Kate's 2 children were forced to give like half their toys away to a homeless shelter and their laptop. Yeah, exactly. It's kind of like these people in like this bourgeoisie world of luxury and privilege. I mean, they've worked very hard for what they have. But yet, this idea how to be good, they just go to such extremes and become ridiculous. It's like a satire. It is like a dark comedy satirical novel. Now, I absolutely hated the characters. Oh, I despise these characters. They're all arseholes. Even Good News on some level is an arsehole. Every person in this book, virtually everyone, is an arsehole. Okay? Katie goes to church, but don't really believes. Okay? But she goes to church. Because it's like, maybe save her soul. Okay? She meets her brother as well, who's also going through his own kind of spiritual crisis. It's basically just people lost in this world of their own making, and they're all so unlikable. Everyone. I think it's kind of Nick Hornby's kind of attack on the liberal, middle-class, bourgeoisie lifestyle, okay? The okay who sit there, the champagne socialists sitting there, okay, basically sitting there talking about how they could save the world but do nothing for it. There's a bit earlier on in the book where they try to bring in homeless people, have spare rooms, taking homeless children and teenagers, and all kind of falls apart. Because the thing is, they sit behind their kind of veils of luxury and privilege, however, they don't really do anything. And when they confront it with the reality, they don't want it. So, it's a book full of arsehole characters, however, I didn't enjoy it, but I appreciated it. It's got Nick Hornby's kind of satirical wit and style, but basically he's just writing about arseholes, and Katie Carter is such an unlikable bitch. Right, so, it's more of a novella, actually. It's quite a short novel. It's like 250 odd pages. I do recommend it for something a little bit different. However, I've read better work by Nick Hornby. Okay, so How to Be Good by Nick Hornby. Sign off. Take care, everyone, and bye now.